Okay, welcome back. Okay, you should have all of your assets in the correct folders. So there's all our assets in there, and there's all our images that have been exported from Photoshop from the design file. Now if we look in here, you'll notice that the design file has got a gradient behind the right hand side navigation block, this one, but it's actually easier to put it to do that in Flash, so that's why I've left it off. I'm going to put that in Flash. The other thing I wanted to make a note of is being very careful about your images that you use. Make sure it's original or that you've bought them from an image bank such as iStock, and make sure you've got the rights to use them. If you know one of the photos that you're going to use is going to go on your website, but you're also going to do a magazine, make sure that you've got the rights to use that in a magazine, otherwise you can be sued heavily. Although it won't be your fault, it will be the client, so you need to be aware of that. I think you can get away with using watermarked image below a certain pixel. I think it's 90 pixels width and height, and then you can use it free of charge, but don't take my word for it. Do a little bit of research on that, but where possible use all your own original images to create anything rather than stealing other people's. Okay, right, with that said, let's go into our Flash file, and you can see, here we go, got our Flash file open, and I'm going to name the first layer BKG. It's going to be the background layer. I'm going to click on that first keyframe there, and I'm going to import my background. So I'm going to go to File, I'm going to go down to Import, and I'm going to go Import Stage, or better still, Control R. Does exactly the same thing. Shortcut key that you'll be using all the time if you use Flash a lot. So there's my background image. I'm just going to open that up. And it drops nicely in. If it drops out of position, say like here, it's obviously not on the stage area, then you can come down here and X and Y, X is horizontal, Y is vertical, set that on 0, set your X on 0, hit enter, and it will go exactly. And as long as this is to the right size, which it is, width, height 600, then it should fill the stage. Some people, just in case things misalign, they'll do the background colour, which is this, the same colour as the actual image, which I've done there, just using the colour picker. Okay, so that's the background done. Right, the next thing I want to take in is maybe the logo, so I'll create a new layer, come up here, insert layer, let me do that again for you, or insert, and timeline layer, or easiest way is just down here, use this insert layer button. Right, double click on that and call it logo, and then again import that in, file, import, import to stage, find your logo PNG file and put that in there. Okay, so we've got a logo on our background so far in there, which works well. This will be the home page here, so I'm going to put it in the middle, sort of going into the site. Okay, one last thing I want to point to you. You notice this is a PNG file, so all the things around the outside is all invisible, as you saw in Photoshop when we exported. But I said to you I didn't want to make the background a PNG file because of the file size. And if we flick back in here, I'll just prove it to you. If I go to View and then I go to Details, you look at the logo PNG file, it's 100 KB. Look at the background, which is so much bigger, and it's 47 KB. So be very careful about using lots of PNG files because of the file size and the alpha channel that they carry. Okay, so that's our first part there, and now I'm going to put my navigation in down the bottom here. Drop another layer in, and we'll call it navigation. and then I'm simply going to come down the bottom here, zoom in a bit, grab this rectangular tool, come down here. Now this is the stroke, this will outline it in whatever colour you pick. On the little red slash there means that it's invisible, or the background colour is, or the fill colour is this. So I'm going to choose a dark, actually I'll choose a kind of darky brown, orangey colour. Hasn't really got the colour I'm after. So I'm going to come over here, pick that. Okay, that's good. And then I'm simply going to click in here and I'm going to drag and snap it like that. Again, you can check the size. Oh, I'm 1 pixel over. So set that to there. And there. By the way, this little lock means that this will change in proportion to each other. So if I set this at 45 and do that, this will go to 1.2. So I'll set it back up to 800, and if I unlock this, it means that I can just change one of them so that it's not proportional. So that's something that you'll use quite a lot. Okay, but we'll leave that like that for now. Okay, next thing I'm going to do is to put my text in over the top. So we're going to have a gallery page, we're going to have an about us page, so about us. Then I'm going to put a little dot in there and separate it. Then I'm going to have the gallery, dots, and then we're going to have the contact us. And the home page, I'm not going to go back to the home page because all it's going to have is this logo on it anyway. But if you wanted to, you could. Okay, I've gone down here to the colour and I've just selected a white. I'm going to take it off bold, although I might put it back in bold. And I'm just going to reduce it down so it fits into my nav bar. And I'm going to drag that to where I want it. You can use the up arrows to move it bit by bit. So that's quite good, that's down there, that'll be our navigation. Okay, now the next thing to do is to put our nav block on the right hand side and set up our pages. Now we're going to have the home page, which we're not going to go back to, and we're going to have the about us page, the gallery page, and the contact us page. So that's 3 different areas. So within here I know that the background's going to cover all of those areas. So that's going to be the about us frame.